Hey everybody, I'm Joe and welcome to our very first Movie of the Week video. For those of you who don't know, Movie of the Week has been going on for over a year now, and we're bringing it here to its new home on YouTube. So a brief little history on how the Movie of the Week got started. This is all to help our good friend Matt. Totally awesome guy, fixes everything, wears a cool beanie. Matt has gone the majority of his life never watching any movies. This might not seem like such a big issue, however, several coworkers, including myself, could no longer tolerate his lack of movie references, quotes, and overall movie knowledge. We pulled out a whiteboard and began to list every movie that he's never seen. After about 200 movies, we passed the list on to him and set him on his way. However, once we realized that Matt wasn't actually taking it upon himself to start watching these movies, we came up with a plan to start voting on a movie that he was going to watch every week. Thus, Movie of the Week was born. Sometimes I feel a little bad for Matt, considering that we just sucked him into this whole world of movies and pop culture references, and every week he is subject to just being pumped full of movies. But he doesn't seem to mind, or at least he doesn't show that he minds, so we're just going to keep pumping him full of movies. So since we're starting a new Movie of the Week in a new location, we thought that this week would be great to do newer movies that Matt hasn't seen. So the first movie we have on our list is Dune Part 2. And I know Matt's a big fan of the first Dune, not the 80s Dune, but the Dune that came out back in 2021 with Timothy Chalamet.
Not gonna work here anymore anyway.
So yeah, Matt's a pretty big fan of Dune Part 1. He seems to be pretty excited about watching Dune Part 2. Only problem is he's probably gonna have to leave his house in order to check this one out, just because it's still out in theaters. He won't be able to watch it the way that he normally does. So Matt, just a heads up, you're gonna have to go outside for this one. However, you will get a chance to purchase the Dune popcorn bucket in theaters, and holy crap, man, just look at that thing. You know there's going to be people walking in with their kids just thinking,
won't somebody please think of the children?
But at least if you go to the movies without a date, you'll know that you're not going home empty-handed. The next movie on the list is Oppenheimer. When I heard this movie was coming out, I was super hyped, and I couldn't wait till June when it was going to be released. It's directed by Christopher Nolan, the guy who gave us Inception, the guy who gave us a serious Batman, and I went in with some pretty high expectations. However, I wasn't really sure what Christopher Nolan was going to give us. The only thing I was sure about was that I was going to be blown away at that nuke scene. So if this movie does win, Matt may have to turn down the volume despite his pretty bad tinnitus.
Turn it up! Turn it up!
The next movie on the list is Godzilla Minus One. Now, I know what you're thinking, and you're wrong. You're probably thinking, isn't it just one of those cheesy, campy movies where there's a bunch of guys in suits fighting each other on a miniature set, just beating the crap out of each other? There's no story to it at all. I think maybe the Power Rangers show up and they fight together and beat the bad guy or something like that. That's what I initially thought too. However, this new movie, Godzilla Minus One, is nothing like that. Holy crap, was this movie amazing. I think it's the best movie of the year. I was completely blown away at how great this movie was. Not only just for its visual effects, but for the incredible story that it had. The movie gets pretty emotional. I took my mother to see this, who thought Godzilla was stupid, and towards the end of the movie, she just found herself crying.
You and me, we're family.
A little bit of a heads up, the movie is in Japanese with English subtitles, so if you have a little trouble reading, this might not be the movie for you. The final movie on the list is Barbie. Now, I really know what you're all thinking here, and I only have one thing to say about that.
No, Colonel Sanders, you're wrong. Mama's right.
I don't have any
This movie is hilarious. It is not a chick flick. It is not a kid's movie. This is just a great comedy. I found myself laughing out loud in the theater when I was watching it. The comedy and the style of jokes is pretty much on par with what you would call the quote-unquote guy comedy movie. Rather than try to explain it, it's best for me to just give you a clip and show you what it's like.
Oh, looks like this beach was a little too much beach for you, Ken.
If I wasn't severely injured, I would beach you off right now, Ken.
I'll beach off with you any day, Ken.
Hold my ice cream, Ken. All right, Ken, you're on. Let's beach off.
Anyone who wants to beach him off has to beach me off first.
I will beach both of you off at the same time.
But you don't even know how to beach yourself off. How are you gonna beach both of us
Of
off?
course I
It
know how
doesn't
to-
make sense.
Ken?
You
Why are
can't
you
even beach
getting
yourself off.
emotional?
You're gonna beach both of us off.
Nobody's gonna beach anyone off.
We have literally had conversations like that in our cubicle. This movie is pretty smart, and when it comes down to guys, they got a little close to home on the way that we think and the things that we say.
World as a whole.
It can't be overstated.
Oh, Photoshop is so hard. I just don't understand how to use the select tool.
Honey, you can only use the select tool if glare is highlighted. Let me show you.
You can tell them that you've never seen The Godfather and that you'd love them to explain it to you.
Ooh, are you guys watching The Godfather?
The Godfather.
I've never seen it.
Oh my God, you've never seen The Godfather? This movie is a rich blend of Coppola's aesthetic genius and a triumph to Robert Evans and the architecture of the 70s studio system.
Can you start the movie over and just talk through the whole thing?
Swear to God, both those things right there are pretty much just every guy ever. So yeah, Barbie, hilarious movie. If this movie wins, Matt's gonna have a great time watching it. If it ties with Oppenheimer, he could do the Barbenheimer experience. That's 2 movies at the same time.
Damn straight. I always wanted to do that, man.
So those are the movies we have for this week. If you want to vote for them, you will have to go down to the community page of this channel. You will also have to be a subscriber in order to vote. Thank you very much for watching this video. We have a great deal of fun whenever we do Movie of the Week, and we're just going to try to continue to do that fun here on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to this channel in order to keep up with the Movies of the Week. We're going to try to at least do a video a week. There will always be a poll for us to vote on, and we'll try to get as many videos out as we can. Thanks, guys.